Hi everybody. I came to church today because I had a 5-hour meeting with leaders in churches in the Fort Wayne area. We're trying to figure out ways to help resource churches and leaders to navigate these times better. But the truth is we are all trying to figure it out at the same time. We don't have all the answers, and yet we're trying to find the best way to live, just like we know that you are doing with your families and your jobs as well. Well, yesterday I shared a devotion with the Jorgensen YMCA, and I wanted to tell you a little bit about that today. I titled it, I Don't Want to Go Back. And before I talk about that, I want to first acknowledge that these times that we are living in are hard and very challenging for many, many people. I know people are losing their jobs and looking for food and finding ways to feed their family. I know that people are struggling with what the future holds. I know that we have people who are sick in hospitals and nursing homes who can't be visited. So there is a lot of stress. There is a lot of change, and there's a lot of unanswered questions that we all have. So the grief and the challenges that we are facing are very, very real. I titled the devotion yesterday, I Don't Want to Go Back, because maybe there is a piece of this that you have noticed as I have. I feel like people are being kinder and more gracious towards one another. I go to the grocery store, the pharmacy, and people are thanking workers for the hours and time that they are putting in on other people's behalves. I see posts on social media about how the real heroes are teachers and nurses and doctors, and we've forgotten that over time. I know people are trying to find ways to feed other people and to check on their neighbors. We have restaurants and here that are offering free meals for families and other people who might be in need. You know the story when Jesus is teaching in the temple, and the Pharisees and religious leaders were always trying to trip him up. And so he's teaching on the Old Testament, on the law, and one of the Pharisees stands up and he says to Jesus, well, which one is the greatest? Can you choose the greatest law of all? And Jesus immediately answers and he says, love God and love your neighbor. And see, sometimes I feel like in our culture, we've gotten away from that. We've become really self-focused. We take care of our family and we go to our jobs and we're pursuing promotions, and we've got a million activities for our kids, and we go home and we're exhausted, and we go to bed and we wake up the next day and we do the same thing. And sometimes we forget to look beyond the little circle of our family and the things that are impacting our lives. I feel like this whole coronavirus crazy has helped us to open our eyes to other people, to our neighbors. Jesus said it, love God and love others, and it doesn't have to be any harder than that. Now, I know that there are a lot of people who help other people. I know that philanthropy is alive and well, but I feel like there's been this growth in caring for other people in our culture just within the past few weeks that we haven't seen in some time. So when I say I don't want to go back, I don't want to go back when all of this is over and just look at our own lives. I want us to see people and to see people's needs and to see people through the eyes of our Father, not just to see our own lives. That's the piece that I don't want to go back to. Pastor Fred's been encouraging us since January that we are to be the church. The church is not a building. Well, I think the same is true of schools. Schools are not just rooms where we teach our kids. Schools are places that we care about our kids and we care about each other, and we help each other through hard times and we celebrate good times together. Neighbors are not people who just live next door to us, whose homes are close to us. Neighbors are people who live in our community that we share life with. I hope that we've learned that in ways that maybe this has been a wake-up call in that area for all of us. That's the piece that I don't want to go back to. So I hope that you keep looking and I keep looking, and we find ways to love God and to love our neighbors. And I think when we love each other, we will come out on the other side of this virus stronger and better than we are than when we entered. If you guys need anything, please don't hesitate to call me. Call the church, call Pastor Fred. We are here for you. We are here to help you in any way that we can. We love you, and we are going to keep loving each other. Take care, everyone.